Hello there fellow Wololo warriors, and welcome to an update video for Age of Heroes. I've been doing a lot more work on the mod and I wanted to show off some of the new features which are available for download. So the main couple of things that have changed are the way that heroes level and the way that heroes gain statistics, and also the shops, and I'm going to show them off in this video. So the main thing to bear in mind about the heroes now is that they are completely different to how they work. Before, they used to level up by triggers, and the trigger would say, okay, well, you're using a certain hero, it needs to level up by a certain amount of HP, attack, strength, or whatever. But now, all heroes have 3 attributes, and those attributes are strength, agility, and dexterity, and they determine different things. Strength will determine how much health and HP regeneration a hero has. Dexterity will determine how fast a hero moves and how much range it has. And agility will determine how quick a hero attacks and how much armor it has. So those 3 attributes basically make up all of your hero's strengths and weaknesses. And each hero now, all 18, have unique increases in these attributes every time they level up. So every single hero levels up differently. Also, each hero has a primary attribute. Now the Cataphract's primary attribute is agility. It's an agility hero, and therefore whenever it gets 10 agility points, it will also gain an attack point. Now if you, for instance, chose a Berserk who is a strength hero, if you decide to buy agility items for the Berserk, then it's not going to gain any attack points, whereas the Cataphract would. So that's a kind of real quick overview of how the heroes actually level up, and it actually allows for some really interesting gameplay and interesting items as well. Now, if you remember before, the shop used to have relics and flags, and I decided to ditch that in favor of having a building where you can buy items from instead. And here it is. So the blacksmith now functions as the shop, and there is a shop in the back of spawn, which you can only use when you're actually in spawn. You only gain control of it when you are here, so you still have to visit the shops to buy the items. There's also a shop over here and over here in the side lanes, and eventually I will update the secret shop so that it also sells different items. But the shop is really nice because it allows us to actually have a technology tree in a sense. Basically, when you buy certain items, it will unlock other items. And it also allows us to save the fact, well, stop players from accidentally buying items by standing on the wrong flag, which is a common problem with the previous method. So this blacksmith, the shop then, we can buy a lot of stuff from here already, and there will be more added. But let's demonstrate how you can unlock items by buying other items, basically the item technology tree. Now, because we are a agility hero, I'm going to buy the boots of agility, which will increase my agility by 30. Therefore, it should give me 3 attack, and it should increase my attack speed and my armor. But my armor hasn't increased yet because you need a lot more agility to actually upgrade your armor. We'll also buy the hero's charm, and you will notice at the moment you cannot actually buy anything in this top right slot. There is nothing there. However, if we buy the hero's charm, we suddenly unlock the next level, which is the supple boots. So by researching that, we can actually unlock more and more items. So there is a progression there, and it will allow for build orders for heroes. Certain heroes will benefit differently from different items. So one of the nice things as well is that if we buy, for instance, the Hide of Strength, and then we buy the Bracer, we're out of gold, let me cheat some gold in there. We buy the Bracer, there is nothing here. However, if we then go and buy the Quiver of Speed, which is yet another item, we can then unlock the Orb of Slowing, and it goes on and on and on. And I wanted to demonstrate the Orb of Slowing because it's actually, I think, the first time this has ever been done in Age of Empires, or any scenario or any mod related to Age of Empires. The Orb of Slowing actually gives a passive ability to your hero, which will slow down enemy heroes' movement whenever you are close to them. And the reason why that is so special is because the game cannot detect normally when your hero or when a unit is close to another unit through using triggers. However, using some fancy AI scripting and some help from Miggins, we've been able to make it so that the AI can detect when two heroes are close together and therefore activate an ability. So the Orb of Slowing will actually slow down enemy heroes, but only when they are close to you, within 4 tiles. And that's a really amazing thing, because it's going to allow me to actually create some really nice new unique abilities. And I do intend actually to create 4 unique abilities for every single hero, rather than just every class of hero. So that's the real major update. I'm going to just research Orb of Slowing here, and I'm going to cut the video because I've made a mistake. I was supposed to add enemy unit in so I could demonstrate, but I will cut the video and come back when I've restarted and added that in. Right, so I reset and I researched or bought all of those items once again, and while we're on the way over to the river, which is where I've set an enemy hero up, we're going to pass through the jungle, and you will see that there are actually now a couple of creep camps as well, and these are actually Gaia controlled creep, and they will give you food and gold as well as the creep in the lane. Now I've still got a lot of work to do on the jungle, but it's worth noting that that is now possible to do. Now normally you cannot detect when Gaia has been killed by a player, but with some more hacks to the executable the game exe, we've been able to make that possible, which is great. But now to demonstrate the Orb of Slowing. What will happen is, when I'm close to the enemy hero, it will display a message saying that they have been slowed down, and we'll even be able to see it in action. So we come over here, this is the yellow guy, and you can see it says slowed. I am now moving a lot faster than he is, and as soon as I move out of the way, he is going to gain normal speed again. If I go back towards him, then he will get slowed down, and he's going to move a lot slower than me. And as soon as I move out of range of him, he'll be unslowed, and he'll be able to continue on at a normal speed. Because he's AI, he's just going to stop as soon as he sees me. But yeah, I mean, that's a really fantastic thing to be able to do, because it does mean that I'll be able to make abilities now that have area of effect without the player actually having to attack anything or do anything like that. So if, for instance, ability number 4 was an area of effect that slowed down all heroes in the area, that is now possible to do, and only because of this new sort of AI that's been added in. But that's pretty much it for now. I got really excited and wanted to share some more stuff with you. I'm going to continue to work on this. Also, if you want to download the current version of the scenario, you can do that from the ZeroEmpires website. The link is in the description below, and we have got a installer now as well, so it's really simple to do. You literally download the application, run it, and it will automatically download the latest version of the game and run it on your computer for you automatically without having to do any fancy file moving around or anything like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As usual, I've been Zach, and I will see you next time.